Hey everyone, welcome back, and this is your DJ back on the show again. And I'm sorry, every time I say sorry, and finally, you guys will be thinking like, what happened to Damian? Like, is he dropping episodes? Like, what's happening? I know he's been busy in settling things up and everything, but he's like too busy. And yes, guys, I'm too busy and keeping things on track, and it's been difficult for me to keep things on track. It's back home it was easy, but now I'm in a different place, everything to adapt, new things to learn around. And yeah, it's been like 2 months I've dropped an episode, and I'm sorry again for that because my graduation was last month. I graduated from Folk High School. I was doing a language course, so finally I got graduated, and I have like a Norwegian graduation certificate. Yeah, that's what I can say. Yeah, finally I got like the 9 months which I spent. It was a beautiful experience in that school, and yeah, it was a very emotional like, you know, getting away with people. And it's not getting away with people, I'm not negative, okay, it's like a positive, like, you know, like leaving not my friends, my best friends. It was very sad, you know, like the 9 months which we all bonded. It was not like okay, we're friends, you know, like, yeah, okay, good, and bye-bye. But till date I'm like still contact with my friends. We just talk, we text each other. We are still in contact because like I've seen a difference. Like when I was in India, like you're done with your course. For example, I did my undergraduate in India, so after 3 years, when you're done and you look back, okay, you know, we are done, like, you know, like for a few weeks, maybe like a few days you're in contact, you'll be like, yeah, we miss you guys and that and this. But after, like, you know, it's been like I've graduated in 2021, it's 2023, so 2 years gone. Like, you know, like it's like I have only 2 friends from my undergraduate who are still in contact. So it's very rare. But here it's a very different experience because I was in international class. Like I have like a whole different bunch of countries, like different people from all around the world, and I have like Norwegian people, the majority, like the 98%, you know. So, and yeah, it's a very different experience in this school which I had. I've gained many friendships, and I was like, when like the days were like, like there was like 2 weeks and we were like hanging out, going to McDonald's, doing that, doing this, going to the malls and shopping, and we were like, yeah, you know, this is going to be like the final shopping, like, you know, we are going to do that, you know, like everything's like finally going around doing crazy things. Like the few weeks which I spent at the last with my classmates was so crazy. We created the best ever memories together. Like we had like 8 months, 8.5, 9 months, but those last few weeks, that was memorable. Like I couldn't even imagine that all these years passed so fast, you know. It was very fast, and I'm so happy. I'm so content that I've earned, you know, like a different set of friends in my life. You know, back home, that's a whole different set of friends which I have. That's totally different. But here, this is entirely different. You know, when you come home, you know, this Folkehøgskolen, the Folk High School which I stayed, that was my first home in Norway. So when I, you know, was cleaning my room, I was like, yeah, I remember like each and everything which I brought into the room, like the clothes or anything, like the decoration, like the whole room which I did was like, you know, I was like, when I was taking down everything, I was like so emotional. I was like, yeah, Damian, how did you enter this place and how do you leave? I entered with like 0 memories. Obviously you're going to enter into a place like you don't know how the people are, how people are going to greet you, how they're going to face you, or you know, how they're going to treat you around. But when I left the school, when I left the place, I had like millions of memories. Every day which I spent in that school was millions of memories. And again, thanks to my uncle and aunt who did made me to join the school. And first I thought it was like boring, but every day, every moment which I spent was crazy and memorable. I'm very thankful to my aunt and uncle, made me to join the school. But yeah, so yeah, I was like, last year August I went into school. I was so shy. I was like totally introvert. I was like, how am I going to face people? I'm like, it's so different. Like you see like people around like entirely different, and they were so warm, welcoming, and I was like, okay, cool. Like yeah, but Folkehögskolan was such a great experience for me. I've learned many things, and the teacher which I got for my class was the best. And we have like a book, you get like a yearbook, okay, and you have everything. And there's in like when we have like sections, in my class section, like my teacher wrote a very, very good note. She mentioned all the trips we went, like we went to the tallest mountain in Norway, this everything, and she mentioned those words that was very, that's still in my mind, like, which was like, I hope you enjoyed this place. Yeah, obviously you enjoy. We all enjoyed. The second thing was like, you discovered who you are and more of you and what you can do. That was exactly what I found. I thought I had so much of potential, but I knew I could cross that limit. I knew my whole strength, like how much I can do, like what I can do. I was like, yeah, this is what I needed. And finally I got it. I knew who am I. I knew what can I do. This made me to understand more. This experiences was so crazy. I was like, yeah, this what my teacher said was 100% right. I could feel everything. I could know what I did. I could know what's my strength, what's my weakness, how can I relate, analyze things, everything. It was not only education which I got, it was like a whole life experience, like everything, academic plus, philosophy, everything, whole, like a bunch, like the 9 months which I spent there, it was like collective of everything, like culture, food, people around, like everything. I was so happy. I was like, yeah, I made when I was like going through, like it was like August, September, I was like, oh, this is like kind of start to become boring. But there was a point where I understood, yeah, this is new to you, Damian. Obviously, this is everything new to you. So you're learning. This is going to be boring. But when you leave this place, you're going to be filled with so many good things. So many things which you didn't know. So many things which, as I said again, your strengths, everything. You're going to know everything. And yeah. And the last year was May 13th. I could still remember, I was like talking to myself, like after everybody left and we all parted our ways, and I was like, yeah, Damien, like I looked at myself in the month of August last year, and I'm looking myself now. I'm like, I've developed into a different person in total, for real. I can see the difference. People around me, everything, like they have told me the differences, and I'm like, yes, this is what I've learned and this is what I've adapted to. So I'm so happy about it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm so content. I was like, yeah, okay, I've made use of it. Okay, like I've learned the language, like not 100%, like at least 25 to 30%. Learning a language is not like within 8 to 9 months. You're not as smart, or people are there like they can learn 3-4 months. Example, my classmate, he was like within like 4 months he started to speak the Norwegian language, and we were like, okay, he's like so smart. And it depends on the person, but yeah, language is not that easy to learn. You have to learn many things. You have to learn the grammar, you have to learn the sentence, like the grammatical pattern and everything. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, yo, Damien, like I was speaking to myself, like, don't think guys, like I'm a mad guy, like, what, Damien speaking to himself? No, this is like, everybody speaks to themselves. You don't know, okay? Like, I'm telling it frankly. I was like speaking to myself and I'm like, yeah, Damien, finally you did a good thing. You're transformed. Yeah, you can see yourself how you've grown up. And I'm like, yes, I can see myself. Like, it's like a conversation between me and my mind and my heart. Like, like we are having like a literal conversation. And I was so happy about it. And yeah, obviously, like after 13th, everything came to an end. And yeah, that was a very, very happy ending. Even though we had like so many issues, so many problems, misunderstandings, cultural differences, we had so much, it was a hell lot of drama. But finally, I had a very good group of friends. We still last till moment. Even though like 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I was in Kristiansand, like the place where I studied. I met my friends. I was so happy to see them and they were so happy to see me. My friend from Kristiansand, she came to Oslo like a month ago. Exactly, yeah, a month ago. And she also we all felt happy. We didn't like have that, this guy again, this girl again. No, we all felt happy. We hanged out. Like, it was so nice to meet. Like you get like, before we had like, these are classmates. Now these are our best friends, our friends for life. We have that tag now. We don't have like classmates. And I was talking to one of my classmates and we were like having like deep, serious conversations about life and that and this. And I don't want to get into that because that was like too personal and we were like talking about everything. And yeah, and she was like, yeah, like how we have grown up, how we have transformed into, we were talking about all these things and she was like very happy. And she finally, like, at last she told, Damien, I'm so happy that I came to know about you. And I'm so happy that, the words you speak, the way you speak, like, it feels comfortable. I feel comfortable to share everything. You give me like great joy. So I was like, yeah, thank you. Like, I can't say yeah I'm like that, I can't be like, yeah, I can't like boast myself and like I can't take pride in that. I'm so happy that my friend told me that. I'm like, yes, like I was like realizing like it's not only her, but my other friends also told me like they are very happy to be a friend of mine. And like in my yearbook they were like writing like things about how like experienced. And I have like a special friend, she was my crush, okay? She was my crush, and she wrote me a very beautiful thing on my yearbook. And she was like, we had like so much of misunderstandings, but at last like we stood for each other in every time, in good and in bad times, everything we stood for each other. And yeah, it was so happy. Like I had a very good, it's not a past, it's in the present and in the future too. I have a very good best friends for life and I'm so happy. And if you guys, especially my friends from Folkeskole, if you guys hear this, I'm so thankful that I came to know about you and I'm so happy. I thank God that you guys came into my life and changed my life, and we know each other and we are getting to know more. Exactly. So yeah, this is what I wanted to say. I felt like I don't want to talk about like depression, anxiety or something like being trustworthy, disrespectful, like like my old topics were like that because that was my growing station podcast. But now I'm still growing in podcasts, but now I'm being transformed. I'm transforming into a new person. Like I feel that. So I wanted to share all these things so that it's kind of useful for you guys. And this is my experience. And yeah, one more thing, I'll be soon dropping video podcasts. Be ready. I'm going to show, that's a surprise, but video podcasts will be coming soon. I don't want to reveal anything, but video podcasts are coming soon. It's going to be different. Okay guys, so until then, see you guys, take care, And this is your DJ signing off from this episode. Bye bye.